Hey everybody, welcome to topic number 6. In this video, let's take a look at how we're going to multiply and divide fractions. So when we multiply fractions, what you want to do is reduce fractions to the lowest term before you multiply. So in topic number 5, we talk about reduced fraction. That means we're going to cancel them out, top and the bottom, okay, using a common factor. So here, when we're multiplying fractions, okay, you take the top number reduced with the bottom. Okay, so which number do you start first? That doesn't really matter as long as you're reducing them top with the bottom first. Okay, before you multiply. So a lot of students think, okay, I'm always reducing diagonally. That's not always true. I can go up and down. Okay, straight up and down on the same fraction, or I can do diagonally. It doesn't matter as long excuse me, as long as we do top with the bottom. Okay, so I find a number that I recognize first. Okay, I recognize 35 and 14 because I know on the multiplication table 35 and 14 is under 7. So I'm going to reduce these two by 7. So 7 going to 35 5 times, 7 going to 14 2 times. Okay, so now I can take 5 and reduce with a 20. I can do 36 reduce with a 2, or I can do 36 and 20. Okay, so as long as it's top with the bottom, okay, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna do top and bottom. I'm gonna do 5 and 20 first. So I know 5 and 20 can be reduced into 1 and 4. Okay, so now I just wrote down a 4, right? So 4 and 36 can reduce, or 2 and 36 can reduce. Okay, 1, when it's 1, you cannot reduce it anymore. So a lot of students say, Mr. What do you do next? Which one do you do? Doesn't matter as long as it's what? Top number with the bottom number. So I'm going to do 4 with the 36 because I know 4 will go into itself 1 time, 4 will go into 36 9 times. Okay, so all I got left is 1, 9, 1, 2. So 9 and 2 cannot be reduced. So my answer would just be 9 over 2. Okay, so as long as the top number reduced with the bottom, we're good. All right, 9 times 7 over 24. Okay, so remember, guys, there's a lot of different ways to reduce fractions. Okay, there are different techniques. So the technique I'm going with is what we talk about in topic number 5, which is using a timetable, using prime factorization. But so far, I recognize these numbers on the timetable, so I'm going to use my timetable. So when you have a whole number with multiplication or division, you write it as over 1 because what that does is put the 9 on the numerator. So 7 and 24 cannot reduce. Can 9 and 24 reduce? Yes, it can. By what? By 3. Okay. How do I know that? Because I recognize my timetable. Plus 9 is only 3 times 3. Okay. As far as finding all the factors, as long as finding all the factor 9, I know 9 is 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. So I know 3 can go into 24. So 3 go into 9 3 times, 3 go into 24 8 times. Okay, 7 and 8 cannot reduce, 3 and 8 cannot reduce, so now I just multiply side by side. 3 times 7, 21 on the top over 1 times 8, 8 in the bottom. All right, so when we have more than 2 fractions, you do the same way, okay, as long as you take top number, reduce the bottom. So I'm going to write my 36 as over 1. So again, students say, well, which one do I start first? Well, you start on the one that you recognize. I can do 36 and 4, reduce that. I can use 4 and 44. So I'm going to do that. 4 going to sell 1 time, 4 going to 44 11 times. Excuse me. I know 3 can go to 72 because remember, divisibility by 3, 7 plus 2 is 9. So 3 can go to 9, 3 can go to 72. All right, I can do 36 and 72. How do I know that? Well, 72 is on the timetable under 9, so it's 36. So I'm going to use 9 go into 36, and 9 go into 72. 9 go into 36 4 times. 9 go into 72 8 times. Oh, see, I just wrote 4 and 8, right? 4 and 8 can be reduced again, so I'm going to do that by 4. 4 going to 4 one time, 4 going to 8 2 times. Oh, look, 2 right here, 2 on the top right here, reduce them by 2, so that'll be 1 and 1. So now the only number left is 3 on the top, 11 on top, and 5 in the bottom. They cannot be reduced any further, so multiply them side by side. 3 times 11, 33, over 5 times 1 is 5. So multiplication of fraction, we always reduce first, then we multiply. When it comes to dividing fractions, we're going to times by its reciprocal first. Then we're going to reduce a fraction before we multiply. So we basically turn dividing by a fraction into a multiplication of a fraction by simply multiply by its reciprocal first. So it's always the second fraction that will switch, okay? So check this out. If I have, this is what makes sense. If I have a lot of money and I need to divide it by 2, divided by 2 means 2 over 1. So division of a fraction is the same thing as times by the reciprocal. So when we say divide by my money by 2, it's the same thing as what? I'm going to half my money. Okay? So that's why division of a fraction means times the reciprocal. Only the second fraction, okay, will actually be times by reciprocal. The first fraction stays the same. So 13 over 40 divided by 26 over 35 means 13 over 40 will now times by the reciprocal, so that we're going to flip it. So the 35 will be on top over 26. Okay, now the problem becomes multiplication, so I'm going to reduce top numbers with the bottom numbers. I know 35 and 40 can be reduced by 5, so that will be 7 and 8. I know 13 and 26 can be reduced because 13 times 2 is 26. So 13 go into itself one time, 13 go into 26 two times. Now, see the 2 and the 8 down here? You cannot reduce them. You can only reduce top numbers with the bottom, okay? Not bottom with the bottom. So my answer, 1 times 7 is 7 over 8 times 2, 16. All right, try another one. 11 over 45, divide. So my first fraction stays the same. My second fraction becomes times the reciprocal, which is 40 over 33. All right, 40 and 45 can be reduced again by 5, so that'll be 9 and 8. 11 and 33 can be reduced by 11. So you see, remember, 11 is a prime number, right? So 11 times 3 is 33. So 11 going to sell one time, 11 going to 33 3 times. So my answer, 8 over 27. 3 times 9, 27. All right, 14 means 14 over 1. So this problem becomes 14 over 1. Divided by 7 over 2 means times by the reciprocal, 2 over 7. Got to flip them. So I see that 14 on top, 7 in the bottom can be reduced by 7, 1 and 2. So now the bottom is all 1. So the top, it would be 2 times 2, which is 4. We can just say 4. You don't have to say 4 over 1. I only do over 1 when I'm doing the actual operation because I want y'all to see that when you write a whole number as over 1, that put the whole number on the numerator. So in this video, we quickly talk about how we multiply fractions by simply reduce them first, top and bottom, before we multiply. And we talk about dividing by fraction means times by the reciprocal. All right, thank you for watching.